Greetings from We Can Inspire and Dr. Shiram. This is obviously a video on personality development, and you can say, yeah, it's a part of communication skill or public speaking skill. One of the aspects is always to remove shyness, fear, hesitation. One of the ways we have been advocating, we have been telling youngsters is to really know about oneself, and then in various types of introduction, how you can change this. So let us see this right away. How to write down about yourself in detail so that you can change the introduction in any way you want to, depending on the situation. So you must know not only your name, your parents' name, your siblings' name, all these are important. The school where you studied, the college where you studied, how did you pass and all that are already there in your resume, generally when you write down. But there are many things which we don't write in our resume, and those are the kind of family that you were brought up in, whether they were nucleus family, joint family, rural, urban, semi-rural, semi-urban. Then the kind of place where you are brought up in the village or semi-village, town or city, etc. Then the kind of school that you studied. It's not only the name of the school, the kind of school that you studied, a co-ed school or a boys' school or a girls' school, and so on, Then what did you learn in the school? How did it shape you? What were 3 important learning from the school? Who were your role model teachers? Similarly, when you went to college, who were your role model teachers? What subjects, what stream did you study? What were the other activities that you did in school, you did in college? How did they change you? How did they improve you? What was some of the turning points in your career or in your student life? Who changed you? Did any book change you? Did any song change you? Did any film change you? Did any person change you? Did any game change you? So these are details. Then, did you play any significant role in any event, any activity in school or in college? Do you remember any stories about yourself, which brought this change? Maybe with your friends, maybe with your teacher, maybe with other people in the society. Was there any other person who affected your life? So these are details that you could write down upon. You would think that what is there to write down? Of course, because you will not remember so many things in so much detail. These are important not only in terms of giving and changing your introduction, but also when you write a complete resume about yourself, complete detail about yourself when you are applying for a scholarship, that becomes very, very important. Now, having written all this, and then you read it 3 or 4 times, and then you can change it in any way you like. Therefore, when you are asked, give an introduction of yourself or introduce yourself or tell us about yourself, same question. Then what can you do? Then you can say, instead of starting by your name and your father's name and etc., you can straight away say, so I would like to state that there are 2 important things which changed me both in school and in college. And these are, and then you can continue. Otherwise, you can change, so I would like to say a very important thing about my life, What is the contribution of my parents and my teachers in my life? I would like to state this first. So you can begin like this. Or you can have a very light beginning. I wouldn't say that I've had a great life, but then, some of the things which I've learned have been wonderful. I would like to state about that today. So these are the 3 ways you can start. That can only happen when you have written down the complete thing, read it 3 or 4 times, and you can start from anywhere. When you write down incidents, what happens is your leadership role or your role of kindness or your role of assisting others, or your role of analytical thinking, all these things come up. And you can always talk about these in your introduction. That is what makes introduction very interesting. That's what most employers would expect. And it's not only about employment, it's also about your further studies, or when you go to a foreign university to study or to do something else. So you see that how you can change your introduction, how you can make it more impressive, how you can make it more attractive by writing the entire things down. It means the questions which I have said, you can pause this video, listen to it, write down, and then you can find out for yourself what are the great details that explains your life, that defines your life. This is the beauty of writing down entirely about yourself. If you repeat this 3 times, 4 times in front of somebody or alone, you will notice slowly the kind of confidence that you will gain. You will gain great confidence to talk about yourself in various forums, in various ways. Now, let's come to also some of the most funny or some of the most enjoyable introduction. When you are in a party, or when you are in a group which is very friendly. So people ask you, why don't you introduce yourself, or why don't you talk about yourself? Then you can say, well, it seems that I am a very straightforward guy, but the person you are looking at is a very naughty person. And you can see that when you are playing with me, or when you are interacting with me, etc. Or the other way is, well, I would like to talk about myself in a big, big way, and I'm this and I'm that. No, I'm not all that. I'm a very simple person. And how simple I am, like a jalebi, round and round and round. So you can have a funny introduction. You can therefore change your introduction in several ways once you've written down in detail, so that you know completely about yourself, or as much as possible about yourself. Then you become highly attractive, highly impressive. This is one way by which your shyness, your hesitation, your fear goes away. Please keep watching our videos, because this is a series. There was an earlier video which talked about what are the components of the personality development, or public speaking or communication skill, etc. This is the second one. Do watch our third one, which will be about other aspects of personality development in a series, so that you know how to go about step by step. Thank you very much. Keep watching us. Do subscribe. Do share. It does us a great favor. Thank you once again. Bye-bye.